Hello, guys. Good day. This is Anna Free Enforcement Club. Today, we are going to talk about why we sometimes break our own rules, our very own self imposed rules. Like, for example, I want to go on a diet, therefore, I must eat healthy. I must go outside and exercise. But, you have like a little bit of willpower, a tiny bit of self discipline. So, most of the time, although you want to be healthy, you want to go for exercise, and you impose that rules to yourself, but you ended up messing it up. Like, you feel like you lose your freedom when you impose those rules to yourself to be healthy. And then there you go, you just break them. Since it is going, it happens to everybody. Nobody's perfect. Therefore, I am going to give you, some key factors that contribute to this tendency of why we sometimes break our own rules. The number one reason is psychological reactance. Now, this is based on the theory of psychological reactance by J.W. way back on last 1966. So, psychological reactance means people experience what is called reactance when they feel their freedom is being restricted, even if the rules are self imposed. Reactance is a psychological response, wherein individuals, you and me, feels an urge to reclaim the lost autonomy. And this often manifests as a desire to break rules. So think about it. Like I'm gonna share this, from my own personal experience. Therefore, I'm gonna talk about this little secret of mine. Look, for like since 2016, I do my best to keep my weight between 50 to 51 kilos. But when I steadily just on that range for a period of time, let's just say 2 weeks, 3 weeks, even 4 weeks of being 50 to 51 kilos, or even 4 days of 50, I weigh 50.8 kilos, less than 51 kilos for 4 days, 5 years, you know, I feel like bored. I feel like I am like left behind about exploring the different foods, exploring the freedom to not work out and not do anything, just watch movies, do anything I want. I do feel that way. So therefore, what I do is, like for example, I just weigh like 51 kilos, 50.8 kilos. It's already like over a week and I felt bored. And yesterday I ate Doritos, I ate ice cream, I ate like more than what I need. So my weight is now 50, 51.8, 51.7, going to 52 again. And I did enjoy it. I did break my own rules. But then, after I break my own rules, I do my best to come back to my original self imposed rules. I just want to break loose. Look, I just want to have the taste of freedom that I never have for a number of days. I just feel bored. And that is psychological reactance. I feel that I lose my freedom of eating ice cream, eating chocolates, eating pizza. So I did it. I went beyond 51 kilos. And starting today, I'm going to be on the process of going back to between 50 to 51 kilos because I feel like I lose my freedom. Therefore, you know, as we move on, I am going to tell you the second, reason why we sometimes break our own rules. But you got to listen. The second reason is cognitive dissonance. Now, cognitive dissonance is a state of having inconsistent thoughts, beliefs, or attitudes, especially as relating to behavioral decisions and attitude change. Therefore, I am going to share to you a common example. Look, have you heard anybody who decided, who tell, you know, their friends, and who's telling themselves or other people that they're they promise themselves that they're gonna lose weight as their New Year's resolutions. But they never do anything about it. They don't exercise, they still eat the way they are. That is cognitive dissonance. What they said to themselves doesn't align to their actions. It even happens to this, to common relationships, boyfriends or girlfriends. You know, when you say to your boyfriend that I love you, but it doesn't align to your actions. You are still entertaining other men. That is just for example. What you said to yourself, what you said to other people doesn't align to your actions. Now, this so-called cognitive dissonance refers to the discomfort felt when there's a conflict between beliefs, attitudes, or behaviors. And to reduce this discomfort, people may break their own rules to bring their actions in line with their current desires or beliefs. Therefore, there are some people who's going to tell you that they are this kind of people, that they do this and do that. But their actions doesn't show it. It means that they're having a different belief from those things that they tell you. So be careful. We couldn't even say that they're liars or whatsoever, but the thing is, this is happening. This could be possible. Therefore, you got to be alert on this to other people and especially to yourself. So don't be this kind of person. Cognitive dissonance, telling yourself that you're this and you're that, but you're not walking your talk. Therefore, since we've already talked about this second reason, now the third reason why we break our own rules sometimes is emotional regulation and impulsivity. Impulsivity. Now, people sometimes create rules to manage their emotional states, like maintaining a schedule, being punctual and going to work every day, avoiding unhealthy foods or unhealthy behaviors. However, if these people are under stress, anxiety, or have experienced strong emotions, they may break their own rules as their coping mechanism. But they have a reason, once again. Their coping mechanism. So when they're stressed, they said to their girlfriend, I wouldn't talk shitty again to you the next time around. But when they are under stress, there you go. Impulsivity and no emotional regulation. That results to emotional damage. No, just kidding. Like for instance, someone is trying to quit smoking, may relapse during a particular stressful situation because the rule feels too restrictive in the light of their emotional state, which is, they're just stressed. And I cannot behave myself this time because I am stressed. There you go. Therefore, this could be a reason for you to look after yourself. And also, you may have time to observe the people around. Anyway, I got you the fourth reason. The fourth reason why we sometimes break our own rules is that, we shift priorities and values over time. As people grow and their circumstances change, the rules they once set for themselves may no longer reflect to their current values or priorities. Therefore, breaking the old rules can be the way of aligning with new personal or situational realities. For example, someone might set a career-driven rule to work late hours even every day. But later, since they're already having a family of their own, wonderful kids, and or it could be their wife is pregnant, they change it. They suddenly break those rules because their new priority this time is their family. They try to balance their family and work time, but prioritize the family. And that caused them to break that rule intentionally. So this reason can be, a good or bad. Like, for example, you fall in love and you smoke a lot of cigarette per day. Since you fall in love, you love this boyfriend or a girlfriend, and you want to marry this person, and you want to be clean. You want to change your life to be able to, stay with this person as long as you can, and you want to, therefore you decided to quit and leave the cigarette and choose this person. Therefore, you change your life and break those old rules, those bad habits. And sometimes this could be good habits, though. I mean, you could break the good habits and replace them with the bad habits. And just like, it happens in peer pressures. In peer pressure, you are such a good child, but you hang out with these people who drink and smoke. And over time, since you want to be accepted by them, by these people who drink and smoke, you ended up breaking your old rules as a good person into someone who smokes and drinks. Therefore, there you go. You see, you see for yourself. Lastly, we do break our own rules sometimes because we love ourselves. We have self-compassion and flexibility. Sometimes people break their own rules, to for the sake of self-compassion. They love themselves. They give themselves a break from their own self-imposed rules. While rigid self-imposed rules can help with discipline, among people, you and me, they can also create stress or feeling of inadequacy when not met. Allowing yourself to break a rule occasionally can be a sign of flexibility and understanding that perfection isn't attainable. So, this is applicable for those people who never give up, who are persistent. Persistent enough to go on exercise 3 to 4 times a week. But then when there are some weeks wherein they feel lazy, so they could, in a month, they exercise like twice a week only because they want to give themselves a break. Like, look, I want to have a break. I don't want to do anything for 2 days on my day off. Well, I just did that though. For months and months, I've been doing my best to exercise 3 to 4 times a week. And then suddenly, just last week, I don't want to do anything. And I did it. I also feel like I deserve it. But this week, I must go back to, those 3 to 4 times a week of workout because I cannot stand a day or a time without working on my body. I love it. It's just that I feel like really a good person. I mean, super person when I don't break rules. I just want to give myself a break and have a good time. So, this can be, this can also mean that you and me have the opportunity to be kind to ourselves by way of giving ourselves a break, breaking our self-imposed rules at times, but not to the point of, breaking them every day or quitting or leaving those good habits. Not like that. Maybe 1 or 2 days, then come back to the light. So, therefore, having those self-imposed rules which can help you practice self-discipline, strengthen your willpower, it will make you in good shape. It can help you a better mind, better thinking. Those good habits are good for you. But along the way of, on the journey of reaching those habits, of working on yourself to impart those habits in you, sometimes you want to break rules. You want to break the rules, your self imposed rules at times for a valid reason. But it doesn't mean that you won't come back to those good habits anymore. It's just that you want to take a break for the following reasons that I've stated a while ago. All in all, the desire to break one's own rules is a multifaceted phenomenon influenced by psychological dynamics, emotional states, changing priorities, and even a healthy need for self-compassion. This motivations highlights the tension between your personal goals, autonomy, and complexities of human regulations. So whatever the reason is, no matter how you want to be consistent for the rest of your life, then but you just remember, oh, you're not a robot. Therefore, you break your own rules at times for a good reason. But it doesn't mean you are not that kind of person anymore. So always remember that you're always going to be a good person if you decided to. And whatever your journey right now, maybe you are, for your own betterment, don't remember not to quit. Be persistent to the point that you're going to reach, the destination that you want to be, or to the point that you can be the kind of person you want to be in time. So if you ever love this episode today, you can follow me in YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, even in Facebook. Reinforce Me Club. I do appreciate your time and have a lovely day ahead. Thank you very much.